Hi, and welcome to another Doom stream. You might be seeing the title going, well, what's Doom going to talk about again tonight? PTCGL keeps coming up no matter where I'm going, no matter who I'm talking to, no matter what's happening. And it's all happened because, well, the previous YouTube video you may have seen or stream, and some of the visual stuff I talked about. And now there's a whole bunch of unanswered questions with it. There's a whole bunch of things I didn't cover. And talking to some people, it feels like they still want me to cover this. And so I'm going to kind of go over that tonight for a bit. And I might move into a drawing stream afterwards if you want to stick around for that. But at least we're going to go break down not from the layout why PTCGL isn't working, but we're now from about the visuals compared to other card games. There's been the comparison out there between Magic Arena, Runeterra, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and even Magic Online's come up about the differences between PTCGL and them. So we'll definitely go over those. We'll take a look and go over about why you're feeling that the elements that we currently see isn't working. So what I've got here, I've got our most simple layout showing the other games plus PTCGL beside it. Easiest way for us to see this. You look at them and go, we'll get a good look at over here. Get a good nice setup here. These are probably the biggest competing games we're going to see from for PTCGL. Your Magic Arena, your Runeterra, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and Magic Online. Which Magic Online out of these four is actually probably the most plain looking. So we see these games, and they're very graphically well produced. They have you've got different various effects. They're 3D. You can see where placements are. You can actually get a pretty good look at what the cards are depending. Magic Arena does a fairly good process with that. And on top of it, you have the animations, and it feels like almost like a magical battle, which is great. But at the same time, we got ourselves PTCGL here. It doesn't even feel like a tabletop card similar to me, visually. The colors are almost primary. The cards actually don't even render correctly half the time. That's a different problem. You can go through. There's a lot of mid like about 2010 design elements throughout this visually that you would see. So even though with Pokemon TCGO online that we're trying to move forward with it and move out of those old avatars, everything that was really bad. We have only moved forward slightly. So kind of looking at them side by side now, you can kind of definitely see it more. Let's go ahead and take one of the screenshots over here. Let's grab Magic Arena. And let's just make that bigger. We'll use that directly beside him. The screenshot is from currently, actually. There's a current screenshot as well. Sorry. There is some differences in it, but it still gives us the same base. Oops. Sorry, just fixing a few things real quick. Okay. So there's a point to how much we want to mimic from Pokemon comparatively to Magic Arena to what it has right now. Magic Arena has a very distinct art style to it. It wants to be a certain way and wants you to look at it and think fantasy. Think magic, and they're doing a very good job with that. Whereas in Pokemon, I don't even see Pokemon. I don't even see a Pokeball as part of the screenshot. And you can go, yes, there's an animation going on right here, but when it's in the default screen, it is there's nothing showing me like it's Pokemon. I'm double checking for a better screenshot like with the default, but if I am correct in what I'm remembering. Seen from the live, here we go. This is a decent screenshot for it. Be a little bit blurry, but we can work with that for now. But as you can see here, they have these nice angled elements, very, very nice. They're dynamic. They give a kind of a motion to the play field. But again, there's a lack of Pokemon elements. So you can say, okay, maybe these half circles in this upper half on this very blurry screenshot, those could be Pokemon elements. But then if you're going to do that, when at least the bottom be white, there's a whole slew of different issues there. So that's like at least the first thing I would kind of tackle with this is like, how do we make it more Pokemon? If anything, that's the biggest issue. These visuals don't say Pokemon to you. This says Magic. It is very much a magic deck. Yu-Gi-Oh! You look at this and you can strictly tell it's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. They even have the full cards, surprisingly. That's something that you don't always see. And then even with this, I mean, you do have the Magic. You get to see the full cards. You get to see them. You get to take them in. Again, that screams Magic. And this just doesn't. This doesn't say anything to me that's Pokemon. It's generic. And I think that's one of the other issues that we're seeing is that the generic visuals and what we've especially seen from Pokemon, the main series games now, there's more to it. And it's not just the avatars, it's the whole thing. And we've been over with like layout. I'm working on some sort of like better visual representation and give it like a better thing. Like, what does the game board look like as a visual representation? Like, if you go back to what we laid out in previous videos and streams, we have that. Every Pokemon game should be, is based on, that has basis on fighting, should have this as some sort of prompt. We can make it angled. We can do everything else, but to its bare minimum visuals, this is what should be in there. And it's just not. It does not feel like a Pokemon game. And this Pokeball could be would be like more rendered. You could make one half colored, one not. Take advantage of the Sword and Shield series as arenas. Those things are amazing. And like, if you could put a card game, like an amazing card game on that kind of thing. Here we go. I'm pulling up a screenshot of it now. Could you imagine if they adapted this visual into a card game? Like, you even keep the walls and the animations. Like, how do you go about that? I'm not sure. This will take time. It will take development. But that is what you need to do. Could mobile handle it? Possibly. Hey. Like, it's not like with a card game, it's probably mostly pre-rendered backgrounds, so it doesn't need to be rendered at any given moment. It's just, here it is. How do you go about that? That's part of what you do, but like, at least try visually with it. I don't know how far they went. I don't know if that's how far they explored. And again, this comes back to like the previous videos and stuff. Where I don't know how much corporate came in and versus how much is like time versus scheduling versus anything else. I have no clue to their internal politics, and knowing from my own development and everything else, no idea. But they have a long history to draw from, and there's so much they could have done. Like, if you need to get rid of the avatars, get rid of the avatars. I would be fine if we had stock avatar photos like in the other games. Or some people have suggested, could we upload a photo? That is a very sketchy proposition. But this here could be a basis. You could easily have, you know, we'll just draw on this real quick. Badly perspective. Boop, 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 one card there, and then say like, you know, your other card over here, this other stuff, and then figure out, you know, how you do your benches and everything else. But like, this is a really good background to start from. This is what I hope they're looking at and what they're aiming. It feels more alive, and it feels more in line with probably what people are looking for with this. It doesn't need to look like this, but it should be inspired by it. I don't want my game looking like it's completely realistic Magic arena game. I don't need it to look like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fantasy. I want it to look like Pokemon. I want that connection. And that kind of connection, I feel like, comes from, you can do from Sword and Shield. These stadiums in Sword and Shield are amazing. They have so much you could do. So hopefully we're seeing changes. Hopefully we will see that. We don't know. They do not Pokemon does not communicate with us as much as we like as a community. And I think as long as we keep this pressure up, maybe we'll see changes. I think probably the first biggest thing is making just the game functional. When there is a lot of bugs. And I can keep going about visuals. I will probably keep working on visuals for this. I feel like that's something we can definitely work on and see. But as it stands right now, Pokemon Live isn't where it is. It needs to be, especially visually. It feels a little directionless, and I'm really hoping in the future we see more. Hopefully this little rant video, whatever, however you're viewing it on Twitch, on YouTube, is able for you to kind of get a better idea. I'll probably keep going on. This is easily a multi-hour subject. I can keep going further and further. I'm honestly, on my own spare time, I'm looking up with everything, and I'm going through and I'm figuring out more. My opinion slightly changes with every time I look through the problem, like looking at other games, and what possible solutions they found. So hopefully, again, we'll hopefully see improvement, and I think we can have a good game here. It just, how do they solve this?